Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about 3D printing. Here we are going to discuss the basics of 3D printing and how to design a simple model. So as you can see in the image there, it clearly shows the basic steps of how you can convert a 3D CAD model into a 3D object. This here will we cover the outlines are the introduction, how does 3D printing work, how to make design using online platform, how to export the design to 3D printer, and the slicing software. So basically, what is a 3D printing? 3D printing is the action or process of making a physical object from three-dimensional digital model, typically by laying down many thin layers of a material in succession. Each of these layers can be seen as a thinly sliced horizontal cross-section of eventual object. As you can see in the image, it is here, the 3D as it is printed here in the image. It is clearly shown how the cross-section is sliced properly. Also, in the adjacent image, it is shown how layer by layer it is 3D printed here. So here we will show how we can convert a 3D CAD model into a final resulting 3D printed real object. So first a 3D model is created, then it is converted into a .stl file format. After that it is sent to a slicing software. A slicing software basically converts to the G-code, which finally is sent to the 3D printer, which automatically give the final product. So how does a 3D printing process work? It all starts with a 3D model in your computer. This digital design is a CAD file. CAD file means the computer aided design. A 3D file is either created from a ground up with 3D modeling software or can be generated using a 3D scanner. But here we will discuss it for the very beginners. We will start it from the scratch. So the first step is the preparation of a 3D design of the object which we want to print. So basically there are very different 3D printing objects available, softwares available. So here the one which is available online, which is Tinkercad. In this we will save the file in the STL format, and after that we will use a slicing software named Cura, which is also online available, and later we will convert it to the G code. So how to make the design using online platform? You can directly went to the Tinkercad website and create your account. Now make a new project as shown in the adjacent figure 1. Here this is my account. So I created a snippet of the Tinkercad. So basically you can select the different objects, like these are the basic shapes which are available shown in the figure 2. Now some of you might ask, like, these are the only box, cylinder, these are the different shapes, but how about we want to create something, a keychain or a different complex geometry? For that you need to have some CAD software like SolidWorks or any designing software. I would suggest you, just for the beginners, to just go to the Tinkercad website and give a trial for the tutorials there, and later if you are comfortable then you can additional softwares like SolidWorks. So these basic shapes can be drag drop to the working environment. Here the work plane is shown here. As you can drag down the work, we have selected a cube here, so it is dragged down to the cube here, and after that we just set the dimensions and we can export the geometry in the .stl format. So as you can see here, the download, there are different download 3D Paint. For 3D Paint, there is an option available .obj, .stl. So we have to select this .stl file and it will automatically download the file. So after the file is downloaded, we have to convert it into the G-code. So basically, what is a G-code? Before going into the depth of 3D printing, we should understand what is a G-code. G-code is a language that human tells machine how to do something or how to process it. With 3D printing, G-code contains the command to move the parts within the printer. G-code contains the G and M commands that have assigned movement or the action. Basically, G-code means it will direct the 3D printer to move to a certain location for printing your object. So, how do you generate the G-code? So, it is very simple. It is an there is an online available platform which is called Ultimaker Cura. It is free of cost. You can download it. And what happens in Cura software is you just simply drag down the your .stl file. Here as you can see, the cube which we design in Tinkercad can be imported from here, and as you can clearly see, the time of the printing and the length of the wire which is going to be used is mentioned here. So after clicking on the object here, you can see the different options available here. These are the rotation, mirror, scaling, and here. So you can change the size of your object. Depending on the change in the size, the time period will also decrease, the length of the wire will also decrease. It depends on the size of the object which you are going to print, which will show the time here. So for example, if you increase the size here, then ultimately it will lead to a bigger time for 3D printing. But if you want to design something smaller, it can give a time less than 25 minutes also. So as you can clearly see, these are the scaling options. Here we have designed a cube, and we have scaled it down to the 1:1:1, and it doesn't seem like to be a cube. The size is here 71, 59 and 50. Yeah, it's a cuboid here. We are going to design that cuboid here. So also there are some basic operations which I can do by for changing the time period here. These are the layer height, the material, the height of the material which will be printed, the thickness of the shell, and you have to define the fill density. For example, the fill density here is 25%, but if you want to make it stronger, you can use 50%, 75%, or you can use 60%. Anything up to your speed. The printing speed, the printing temperature, the bed temperature is everything defined here. So ultimately, these are the conditions which we define in Ultimaker Cura software, and after that, just go and click on the file option and save it as a G code. After the G code is saved, we can directly import that file into a 3D printing software, and we will get the desired results. So thank you, and we will max next time.